Just came back from work. It's a cloudy day here in Moldova. I got caught in the rain when I almost got home. But luckily I didn't have to walk a long distance before I was able to arrive at my shelter. And although I didn't feel like doing a video early in the morning, for some reason I want to do one now. And as I was fleeing away from the rain, it occurred to me that most of the things that pain us are a product of our society, and it's the narrative imposed on us that makes us suffer. So I kind of felt glad that it didn't affect me, and I managed to enjoy it because actually I like water. I don't know what that says about me, or at least I like to watch water. I'm not a good swimmer, and that speaks about the fact that we can choose a lot of times how we perceive our surroundings, although not totally, and often the circumstances may be more powerful than what we can handle at that moment, and there might be no escape than just to let ourselves be swallowed by the terrific jaws of defeat and anxiety. That's an inextricable part of our life. But our intelligence, which can be of great use, also represent the bane of our existence. And we need to learn how to handle it, because it is a double-edged weapon, like anything in this life. And logic is the same. So we need to understand logically that, you cannot ignore all things. However, I feel like these days, when we are inclined to give away the control of our minds and remain in the moment and not idealize the smart things, some people tend to idolize stupidity, and that's also bad. If we had to choose from the extremes, I would prefer to go to the smart side. But that's how life is. It kind of moves from one opposite to the other. And we kind of observe now that there are a lot of people who promote things that are inauthentic and untruthful because presently everybody can express their opinion, and we are not chastised if you are doing it. That's a good thing. I am not for censoring. However, we should learn how to create our own filters and to avoid what's not contributing to our growth as a human being. That's not as easy as it sounds, but I think it is very important to follow your tastes and what you like when it's possible, and avoid things that make you feel uncomfortable or worried if you can. For example, I'm one of those people who doesn't watch the news, and I'm not really interested in politics because I believe that they are boring. You know, there is a ruling party that has the reins of the power. They come, they do bad things. The opposition or the regardless of a number criticize them. Everybody criticizes them. Then we have election again, and then somebody else comes, and the story repeats itself. And they keep bashing each other just to get hold of the power and to promote their own well-being. Of course, there are exceptions, and there are prominent personalities in politics too, but there are exceptions. And that's why I'm not watching the news, you know. I'm weird in this way, where I watch them very rarely. I prefer to live in my own world and to be utterly engulfed by my passions. Some might categorize me as an escapist. So be it. I don't care. I just wanna live my life as peacefully and as joyfully as I can, regardless of what the grid or the establishment promotes. So it's important to remain aware in this and step aside and kind of promote things that emphasize some cerebral aspects of life, you know. Not always, I understand that, but I believe that we are like devolving, so to speak. At some point, we are going to come back, you know, and people will get tired of superficial art and things, but currently it's something predominant, and we can also sense this in movies, you know. They are made with a lot of cuts, at least those that are very popular, and the scenes are short and very cut to the chase. We don't pay attention as much to the detail as we used to. There are exceptions, of course. I'm not overgeneralizing, but a lot of movies seem like they don't respect their viewers' intellect. Needless to say, I'm not a Marvel fan, although I liked The Dark Knight, made by Christopher Nolan, which is not part of the Marvel universe, I think. Or is it? I don't remember though. And I enjoyed Batman from 2022, I think, with with that emo guy from Twilight. I can't recall his name right now, but usually I'm able to do it, but for some reason I cannot get hold of it. It doesn't matter anyway. And I remember when I watched an interview of Martin Scorsese, who said that back in his day, when he went to cinema, he used to see all kinds of movies, and action, and dramas, and there was place for everything. But right now it seems like the spot is mainly for art that doesn't stimulate your brain. And I have to agree with him. Of course, we'll always tend to exaggerate, and say that the old days were good days. We cannot deny the nostalgia aspect of it. However, there is some objective truth too. And I'm not complaining too much. You shouldn't see this as a rant of someone who's disappointed. No, I can still find I still find the things that interest me. A lot of times I will just watch old movies. There is enough art. Even some recent flicks are both entertaining and intellectually stimulating. And we can see this kind of reaction on YouTube too. It's very difficult to rise, I believe, when you are catering to an intelligent audience, as I pride myself doing. Perhaps this is just a way to justify the fact that I don't have a lot of views. So I'm kind of consoling myself that this is because I'm talking about profound things, I believe, and in a way that perhaps may not be to everyone's liking, but that's how I want to do it, and otherwise I wouldn't take so much pleasure in delivering my message. So it's better for me to stick to my guns and wait until I'll shoot the right birds or targets, meaning my viewers. Of course, I already have some constant fans for whom I'm very grateful. Anyway, and it irritates me when I click on a video and I see someone acting or overly expressing their emotion and trying to be entertaining in a clown-like way. I don't know, just a lot of times I just can't watch them, you know. I just click and how do you wanna, do you want to listen to this? Yes. Do you want to do that? Yes. I'm gonna show you 5 steps. But be very careful, because the 4th step and the 5th step are the more important. So please guys, stay until the end. And I still cannot convince myself to use this trick. It just seems too cheap to me, and I would feel awkward doing it. I don't know, maybe I should tell you that if you are going to watch this video until the end, the stars will align in your favor, and the planet Jupiter will be in such a phase that it will influence our moon a little bit, and then our moon will also change, and it will influence the tides, you know, from the oceans, and that will bring more water to some plants, and these plants will bring money to some people who will be able to buy more phones, and they will help the industry, and so you will also profit from it, you know, ultimately. So watch until the end. And yeah, that's also how it is. You can feel it also in the comments on YouTube, regardless of the topic. Although there are smart individuals who are doing okay on YouTube. I cannot complain about my chat. You guys are wonderful. So I haven't met any trolls yet. However, I've encountered some on TikTok, where I used to go live in the past, but not anymore, because I just don't like the people there, most of them, except girls, who are very interesting to talk to overall, as opposed to regular guys who want to do challenges like putting oil on your face and some idiotic stuff like that. Anyways, there are special cases too, but usually I don't like TikTok unless I talk to some females. That's cool. So, but I used to do it daily before YouTube, so kind of know what's there, and some people are very short-minded. And I remember once I posted a video about the fact that you should know something like you should remain in the moment or something. I don't remember exactly what. Or short. And one guy just said, "Hey brother, are you okay?" And I just didn't consider necessary to reply. Just ignored but that's the way how some individuals, troglodytes to be more precise, think, and we gotta put out of them. It's not like it affected me too much, but still. But yes, I like it more on YouTube. So that's also a fact. Books do kind of are directed in a consumerist way, so to speak, although there are authors who are popular, like George R.R. Martin, who is one of my favorites, and whose books are very deep and thought-provoking. You know, the Game of Thrones, I think it's one of the best books that I've read. However, he's not as popular as Stephen King. Anyway, it's how it is, and there is market for art that promotes the unusual aspect of life, the details that make you think of something and change your view about the world. And I think that's the ultimate goal of art. And by doing that, it makes you feel better, because you learn more about the world, meaning about yourself, and that makes your existence less frightening and complicated. You kind of get a simplified map of the universe and of the person who creates it, meaning us. And that's the most valuable thing that you can offer, you know, peace and some sort of inner balance, because that's what ultimately all comes down to. Of course, a lot of us find this sort of accord or equilibrium in money, which is not a condemnable thing to do, but often we kind of get trapped in the rat race, and we end up earning more money to suffer, and so that by doing it we could in the end we could gain more money and perpetuate this vicious circle of pain. But life can be good and optimistic, and the future bright. So we have to use our mind in our advantage, and after all, do what we like. And if you feel inclined to watch some stupid things, then do it, you know, if that makes you feel better. But don't exaggerate if you can, unless that's who you are, and you are one of those persons who are addictive, as am I. Luckily, I have some artistic inclinations, so I managed to use my intellectual stamina wisely. Although I made some stupid and naive things in my life too. I won't talk about it now, but I mentioned some facts previously, but if you are one of those who paid attention, anyway, be careful how you use your intelligence, and I'll see you the next time.